Good morning, quackers. And it is time for us to get to work. Yeah. Jamming out, jamming out, jamming out, jamming out, jamming out, jamming out. It's Monday. It's Monday. It's Monday. For better or for worse. Might be for worse. All right. So, what we're going to do today is we're going to work on the next and the final picture for Silver Pentacle 2 and get it out the door, because I got a great email today from Ron saying you're doing a great job. He really likes what I'm doing, and I was very pleased. And this weekend is Silver Pentacle, or not Silver Pentacle, is the Coffee Clatch. So we should be doing that, and that'll be cool. So we're up to these things. This is still one of my favorite pictures of my kiddo. All right. Good morning, Brent. So Ron is very pleased with illustration 8, and we will do illustration 9 today. That should take today, tonight, and tomorrow. Except that today is Springs Monday, isn't it? So we shouldn't be doing that. We should be doing a Springs comic. That's what we should be doing, because it's Springs Monday. It's time for a small amount of humor in the world. Open up Springs 2023. Open up the master clip file. Master clip file guy. You want the master clip file. And then look in that folder. And we say real quickly, we don't do that. Springs Monday. Save as. It's 264. It's 130. Makes you 264 for the month. Nope, have no idea what I'm doing. That's all right. We'll not the first time I've sat down at the desk and gone, I have about 30 minutes before crunch time, because I can do these in about an hour and a half. Not only that, I mean, realistically today, I don't think I've got anything after show. Check. Yeah, there's nothing on here after show. So, legitimately, if we were to need to continue on after, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. So let's think of something funny. So I have the most interesting, bizarre little thing that I use for springs. Sometimes whenever I can't think of anything, I have the wheel of tropes, because in the case of springs, it's always entertaining to make a trope wheel, right? So we've got a trope wheel, a wheel of tropes, right? These were all like random. Oh, painting the medium. You know, we haven't really done speech bubbles attack in a while, which is a fun one. So yeah, I did a whole bunch of Russian reversal. In Mother Russia, internet uses you. Okay, that's funny. Oh yeah. No. I got it, folks. All right. It's a running gag. Usually is. Let's get into our panels. Let's talk about this because this is going to be good. All of a sudden, our music just totally went to Genesis. Dun, 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 dun. Tonight. Wow. This morning, I was saying to Mariah that I have always been a bard. All my life, I've been a bard. I just didn't want to admit it. I always thought I was a fighter or a paladin or something. No. I'm definitely a bard. And then she looked at me and I was like, well, I didn't say a good bard, just a bard. Ugh. You know, I mean, like, that's a thing. I'm not a good bard. I'm just a bard. In life, don't try to be a good bard. Just be a bard. I make a t-shirt that says that. I'm going to go over my backgrounds because I want to set this up correctly. This is my background. I want to use this background, not you. This is the background we're going to use because this joke comes from the library. You've seen this set up before. I'm just gonna. By the way, I didn't get to acknowledge your joke, Brent. I just wanted you to know that that joke was definitely murder. Attempted murder. Probably true. Attempted murder. No. It would be. We don't have a lot of 3-panelers, do we? In fact, this could be a 3-paneler. Let's make this a 3-paneler, folks. Because we don't usually have 3-panel ones. I'll get another good copy out of the library. And then we'll just put that in. Wah! You. I usually use 3 panels, that's why. And it's not for any reason, just I keep thinking, oh no. I don't think about using 3 panels because it's not the standard format for springs, but there's no reason why not. It's the Bill Watterson law. There's no reason to not break all of the things we want to break anytime we want to break them. So it is okay. There are no rules. Even more so when you're doing a webcomic, there are literally no rules. The only rules I ever follow are my rules, so that I have restriction on myself, because if I'm left too open, I completely shut down. So I have to impose my own rules on myself, or else I won't make it. I just completely turn off. So that's the only rules that are in this comic, are the rules I impose upon myself to keep me from going, there's too many options, I'll just go to sleep now. Which is what happens. It's kind of funny too, because there have been times where I have imposed very strict rules on myself, and then I promptly break them. And everybody's like, well, why did you put the rules on yourself in the first place? And I'm like, I don't know. And then later on in life, I have realized that one of the problems that comes inherent with ADD is decision paralysis. If you give me 5,000 options, I will completely lock up and there's no reason. So what I will do is give myself 5 options and then choose option number 12 for reasons. But at least having the 5 options that I can choose from slows down that decision paralysis enough that I can go, okay, I'll pick one of these. Oh, I don't like any of these. Let's pick that one. And it allows me to get past decision paralysis, which is fine. It works. It's weird, but it works. And, that's fine. You can move over to YouTube. But it's a lifelong journey of mine to have to deal with frickin' ADD. I was just talking to you about weird decision paralysis. I love you. Are you going to work?
Yeah. Taking the kid.
Are you taking the kid? I have a quick question. I'm not wearing my glasses. That's not a pajama top, right?
It's not.
Okay. Good. I'm talking about the purple. You have a pajama top that looks like that, and I can't tell what.
Well, I have this shirt that I like to wear as a pajama top. It's very comfortable.
Oh,
shirt.
Okay, good. I'm making sure. Mostly because I don't have my glasses on and I can't tell. And so I was like, just making sure you didn't forget. You look fine. You look fine. 1 more minute and that's that. And so the school system this morning has had a 2-hour late start, so delayed start because of cold and nasty and ice. But it's sunny and bright, but icy. So, Anyway, decision paralysis. It's a thing. I tell, one of the things that's funny about this, Brent, is I tell you because I know that sometimes I do these things and you're like, you just told me to tell you to not do that. And now you're doing that. And I'm like, I know, I'm so sorry. And I'm like, so I just want you to know that sometimes there's complete logic behind it. It's broken logic, but it's logic, You know what I can do? Let's just take him. Why would you change colors? I didn't ask you to change colors. That was really strange. I must have hit 2 keys at once. I have to go fix a timesheet problem. Because timesheets go out today. So I've got to go fix something. So hang on real quick. No, actually, you know what, Brent? You've done amazing. I don't know if you were here right off the bat, but Ron wrote to me and said, wait, what did he say? Here's his exact quotes from last night. He said, "Dang it, dude, how do you do that? Another fantastic, beautiful illustration. I'm going to show this off online and I'm going to show this off online. I know Nancy's going to be thrilled. All of these have been absolutely amazing. Thanks so much." Which just makes me happy. So, I mean, you know, you're doing the, I would say you're doing the Lord's work, but I'm not religious, so that seems silly, but whatever is the sentiment. You're doing the prophet's work. There we go. I'm all about the prophets. Of course you'll show up now. Like, David shows up just in time for me to be like everything open at the same time.
I'm here.
Hey, David. I have to fix a problem in my timesheet. So I have everything on top of all of the controls, and you showed up. I was like, man.
Nice.
Not your fault. I'm just like, this is the one time where it's really hard for me to get back to Restream to let you in. Because I have all these other windows up so that I can fix this problem with my timesheet. I hate Paycom with a passion bordering on mania.
Good morning.
Good morning. How you feeling this morning?
All right. Still got a little itch in my throat.
Uh-oh. You are really in like the hive of scum and villainy by being in the middle of an airport.
Do that.
Because like everybody is sick all the time, and they have to fly, and they have to go places. 126. One. 126. Request new punch. 26. Three. Okay.
It was from Springs Monday.
It is Springs Monday. So it's time for me to do a Springs comic. And then request new punch. Then out at 4 p.m. on 26th. And then she has to approve it, which she will. And once she approves it, then I can approve it, then she can approve it, then she can approve my approvement, and then my approval will be approved by her approval, and then my approval will approve her approval. I hate this system. All it does is make me mad. It's too much weird. Weird. It's too much weird, George. How am I supposed to handle this much weird? I'm not built for this. I'm not a system person. I'm an artist. I'm all weird and floofy and strange. How you doing today, bro?
For me?
Yeah, you.
Yeah. I can't complain, but I won't.
Okay.
Like everybody else.
Yeah.
How about you?
I'm doing great, actually. I'm feeling pretty warm and warmed up and ready to go, and like the Japanese word is genki. I feel very genki today, which
That's
is
good.
like full of energy, full of vim and vinegar. There's no way to explain it. But yeah, I mean, I feel pretty solid. So, and it's mostly because I woke up this morning to an email from Ron saying the picture I drew last night was awesome and incredible, and he's going to share it on social media, and
Nice,
he's
nice.
very pleased with it. So, I'm just pretty charged. I'm like, it's awesome. I've got a client who's happy. The driving school wants me to go film various parts of the school. That's going to be so much fun. I'm going to enjoy the hell out of that. So, and they've got a guy in Longmont who wants to do all the editing. So all I got to do is shoot it. You know what I mean? Like, that's it. And I'm like, oh, that's so cool. Because the most tedious part of that part of the job is the editing for me.
Man,
I don't mind.
Everything's coming up Guy today.
Huh?
Everything's coming up Guy today.
Right? Exactly. It's just really cool. I'm enjoying it. George is over here being a pest, as usual. Nothing new there.
Yeah, but
Yeah, cat butt. He is who he is, and that's fine. And kids got both the kids, the wife and the kid, got a late day start, so they've been pretty happy to kind of get up and get moving and stuff like that. So life's good. It's just it's a good solid morning.
good.
Yep. So I'm pretty happy. I'm having a good day. Alrighty. Do. I feel like anytime AR speaks, it's a red background. AR is my perpetual cynic. I did all these backgrounds in watercolors when hanging out with people. It's actually kind of funny because I seem to remember I was doing these backgrounds at Red Team Go, and somebody was like, "Are you just doing stripes of color?" I'm like, "Yeah, there's a reason. I got a reason." They use them for backgrounds and springs because they're good for it. It's a little bit of pattern, but not enough to be obtrusive. It doesn't obscure the work, but it's got a little bit of pattern to it. It looks kind of nice. And we're doing a rare 3-panel today because Brent had reminded me we could. I had forgotten. I usually do 3 panels.
kid improving in class?
Kids? My kids, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, my kids are, that's a metric that I kind of hold on to and I'm pretty proud of. And that is...
No, your singular kid.
My what?
Your singular kid, Kai.
Oh, yeah, actually, yeah, he's doing better. He's doing much better. We started talking about how you just have to jump through hoops in life, and how he's really not in school to learn math and science. He's in school to learn to jump through hoops, and that has helped him a lot.
Good.
Because legitimately, part of the problem, of course, is he goes through school and they're teaching him something and he'll go look it up on Wikipedia, learn all about it, and he knows more than the teacher, all of a sudden. And that's becoming a problem, as usually does. And so he's kind of doing the, why am I here? What's the point if I know more than the teacher? And so I was telling him, you're not there to learn social studies and math. If that was the case, I'd just sit you in front of Wikipedia and you'd learn it all in about 10 minutes. You're there to learn how to jump through hoops, because all of us have to jump through people's hoops in our lives. And there's nothing we can do about it. And if you don't know how to do that, then you're going to have a lot of pain in life while you have power struggles with every boss you ever had, and you're going to have power struggles with all of your friends, and it's just going to be power struggle after power struggle. So now he is going to school to jump through hoops. That's what he's doing. He's doing it pretty good. I mean, I'm not kidding. It's like amazing how fast that worked. He started out the semester, and understand the semester started January 3rd, 4th, 5th, whatever. Whenever the semester started. So, we're 25 days into this semester. And he started out, and the first 2 weeks he had 4 Fs. I mean, just plummeted, dropped right off. Then we had this discussion, and I said, hey, it's all about jumping through hoops. He now has only Ds left. He's fixed all the Fs. So they're all up to Ds, and he's hoping that by his birthday, which is the middle of next month, he'll have everything back up above a C. Because he now realizes the whole point is to jump through hoops. Has nothing to do with how smart he is or anything like that, because he's got that under control. So, and I'm amazed at how well that worked. But I kind of wish I could go back in time and tell me that, because that would have worked phenomenally for me in school too. Because I had the same problem. I'd go into school and the teacher would say, we're going to learn about Russia. And I'd be like, so are we going to talk about like the czars? Are we going to talk about, the Bolshevik Revolution? What are we going to talk about? And she'd be like, sit down. I'd be like, look, if we're going to talk about this, I'm totally up to date on this one. I looked it up last night. It's like, because that's the way ADDers work. We work in bursts of super high power bursts and then nothing. And it's the same thing with drawing. Whenever I draw, I work in bursts,
I wouldn't know anything about that.
Well, I mean, the thing about neurodivergency is that it has its pluses and minuses. So I'm trying to kind of stop beating on myself for, being neurodivergent and start talking about some of the positives of being neurodivergent. Because there are positives. It's not just a mess. Because I often feel like in my life, I'm just a mess. You know what I mean? Like I require Brent to help me out here, just to keep me operating from day to day. I require another human being to keep me running. And sometimes that's kind of like, It's like, I feel kind of bad. But I do appreciate Brent greatly for being there and helping me out. So anyway, there are positives to our neurodivergency. Crack the whip.
I guess what are friends for?
Yeah, I mean, totally. And Brent is awesome at it. I'm not going to complain. I mean, this whole show, that's the entire point of it, is so that I have somebody to be accountable to, because I work for myself now, which means that I've got nothing stopping me from just going downstairs and eating cookies and watching TV shows all day long, and then feeling horrible. And of course, the truth is I would never do that. That's not what I would do. I would just work on 700 projects and do 1% of it every day for the next 50 years and finish nothing.
Well, that sounds uneventful.
Right? Because that's really what I would do. That's how I live my life when left alone. I'm very productive. I'm just not productive on anything useful unless somebody cracks the whip on me. And that's all I really need, is just somebody to keep me in line on the projects that I'm supposed to be working on. And what's so funny is I even get to the point where I struggle against, like, Brent was right all along about which way we should be going on my own projects. And even then I was struggling because I needed to figure out internally that I just couldn't. I needed to realize that I can't leave something undone. Like, I have to finish a segment of it. So, I was having a hard time because it was working on part of the segment in the morning and part of the segment at night. And that's not something I can do. I can't leave it that way. But we had to learn that, I'm very, very live this morning, so I apologize, David.
For what?
I'm really excitable and charged.
That's good.
So it is good, but I might be more caffeinated than you.
Oh no, I'm on my second monster. I'm still not feeling it.
That's what I mean. So I apologize for being more Genki than you.
You don't need to apologize for being in a better mood.
I appreciate you, my friend.
Never apologize for that.
Genki. I'm all Genki this morning. Woo! I am so Genki. I love that in Japanese they have that word. Genki is such a great word because it just means energetic and, what I would say is live, just running. I'm running at full power. I'm at my operable operating temperature, whatever you want to call it, like I am running. And I love the term because they'll use that for kids with a smile on their face, ko hontou ni genki desu ne. Like, he's really, really Genki this morning. He's got a lot of charge this morning. Yeah, I just love it. It's a good word. The Japanese have a lot of great words in their language that I love using. I love natsukashi as well, which is nostalgic. But when we say nostalgic in English, it tends to be sort of melancholy, man, I was feeling nostalgic for my 20s, But when they say nostalgic, it's much more of a like fondness. You know what I mean? Like, Oh man, you remember when you and I were at Red Team Go and we were at the Perkins and we were drawing? Ah, Natskashina. You know what I mean? Like they'll use that term to be like, wasn't that awesome? Wasn't that cool? You know. When we went to Disneyland, Natskashina. You know, like it's not melancholy. It's got a very warm feeling.
That's good. I like that.
Me too. I like that. The term's a lot better than nostalgic. I was feeling nostalgic this morning. Are you feeling all right? You know, like as soon as you say it, we're like, are you feeling okay? Uh-oh. Yeah, your cat. Uh-oh. We're about to get visited by the cat butt. He's doing the contemplating jumping up here thing.
George invasion.
Yep, and we're about to have a butt invasion. Hi, you. We'll take a break and have a George break, which is something that usually happens about this time of day. Come here. Get your butt out of people's camera line, people. That's the button question. Sit down. Sit down. Good job. Good job. What a good cat.
George, I can see your butt.
You have a cute butt, says David. So yeah, a buddy of mine was like, "What breed is he?" And I'm like, Felis obnoxiousness. Yeah, that's the breed you are, is Felis obnoxiousness. And he was like, because he had a cat apparently that was Burmese, and he said George looked like him, like the cat. And I'm like, I mean, George has this kind of interesting nose because his nose is very straight. It doesn't have a lot of this bump in here. It's got like a very Roman nose, you know, with this like very Roman nose, and he always has since he was a kitten. And I'm like, well, maybe that's what you're seeing is, you know, this, you know, Roman-esque nose. Oh yeah, here we go. I'm gonna get licked. Oh, boy. It's my turn to get my nose scritched. This
George.
You're a good cat. You're weird, but you're a good cat.
Who is
You're my George break. Boop. Yeah, I booped your nose. I totally booped your nose. He's also a polydactyl. It's hard to see, but he's got like 7 toes on each hand, on each paw, his front paws. A lot of the kittens in this batch were polydactyl.
That's good.
Which is apparently not as uncommon as I thought it was. I've never seen a polydactyl before, George. But apparently it happens in like 1 in 1,000 or something like that. It's not actually that uncommon. George, you're such a pest. Someday I am going to look back on all these videos and go, you know, George, back when you were like, you know, young and ganky and jumped up here all the time, instead of now where you come up to my leg and bite my toe until I pick you up. which I know is what our future is. I'm just saying. I know how this ends. This ends with you biting my toe until I pick you up. If you knock my mouse off, that's fine. All right. Certified George break is over? No, not over. All right. See, now you're just trying to knock the mouse off, you goofball.
Took up the entire screen.
Right? All right, back to work. This is my life now. This is my life now. Goober. Weird little cat, you. We need to get back to work, though. As much as I love my George breaks, and I do. I love
George.
my George.
You see a busy George.
Yeah, George. You gotta help me out here, man. Besides, all I'm ending up with is a bunch of cat fur in my nose. George, you're a foosball. You're a foosball. Yeah, you are. But unless you're gonna help me draw, you're gonna have to let me get to work. This is a good time to see if the boss has approved my doodly well. How am I missing a punch on Thursday? How am I missing a punch on Thursday?
You forgot to clock in.
Can't have both punches in. Well, okay, so I have to approve the pay period or else they can't send me a check. So the problem is I had a meeting on Thursday of last week with the curriculum crew where we all got together and did our meeting and stuff like that and discussed the projects that we're working on. And I forgot to clock in and forgot to clock out. So my manager said, hey, you forgot to clock in and clock out for our meeting. Go on ahead and request a punch and I'll approve it. And then you can approve the time card, then we can approve your paycheck. And I'm like, this is such a complicated system. Why does it have to be this hard? So that's what's going on is I'm waiting for her to approve the punch change so that I can approve the pay period, so that then she can approve the paycheck so that I can approve the paycheck. And it's like,
it does sound complicated.
right? It is unnecessarily difficult. To boot, the only complaint he had about me as an employee at all was the fact that I don't I don't break my pay periods into little pieces. And it's like, as a classroom teacher, I'm supposed to have 7.5 hours of classroom time. And then anything above that is supposed to be miscellaneous time, which is fine. They'll pay me. But it needs to be coded properly. Right? And I'm like, okay, but I've got a question for you. It's never 7.6 hours of classroom time. It's never 7.4. It's never 6. So why do I have to do the math on this every time? I'll punch in, and then I punch out, and then I have to go in and make 7.5 hours classroom time, and whatever's left over has to be then classified as miscellaneous. And since it doesn't do the math for you, I have to go in and say, okay, I was there for 8.5 hours, but I was there for 8.4 hours. So 8.4 minus 7.5 equals 0.9. And then so I'm just like, I'm everybody knows I'm horrible with math. We're just asking for me to go, okay, I was there for 8.4 hours. So 7.5 hours of classroom time and 0.82 hours was miscellaneous. So she'll have to then go, it wasn't 0.82, it was 0.9. Setting me up for failure. You know what I mean? Like we're asking for me to make a mistake here.
You get good at math.
I'm bad at math and have always been bad at math. And I never get good at math. I keep meaning to get good at math, and all I really do is just get in trouble with the IRS. That's literally what I do in life. That's my lot in life. So much so, we've gotten into so much trouble with the IRS that now Maya won't let me do the taxes anymore. I've been banned from doing taxes.
Are you sure that wasn't intentional?
Maybe. The Bill Cosby rule. The good Bill Cosby rule, not the bad Bill Cosby rule.
Because if I can make myself look bad doing taxes and never have to do them again.
Yeah, I mean, that's the only plus to, well, that's one of the pluses, not the only plus. One of the pluses to working for the government is that at least, they pretty much have all of it squared away pretty quickly. That's another thing that makes me mad about our system. I mean, if they can tell that I did it wrong, then they know what my taxes are. Why couldn't they just say, hey, Guy, you owe us X amount of money, instead of making me write, do all the math, and then them going, ha, we caught you doing a wrong thing. We get to punish you,
It's funny that you say that, because a lot of other countries do that.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that should be the way it should be.
You all know how much I make?
Not really, but I mean, you're more than welcome to tell me.
No, that's what I'm saying. That's why I tell the IRS.
Oh.
You don't know how much I make.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Take the money out accordingly.
Right? You already know what I make. You were there. Yep. Yep. There are an awful lot of people that should be illegal. That really is one of. I mean, like, if I were king or president, those would be the laws that I would make. I think we keep going after the wrong laws. Like, we keep going, oh no, we need to punish these people or punish those people. And I'm like, the truth of the matter is, we should just make it a blanket law that if you're correcting laws so that you can continue to stay in business, that's anti-capitalism, and therefore you shouldn't be allowed to do it.
Actually, that's not true. They have something called lobbyists.
Well, that's what I mean. It should be against the law for you to violate capitalism in any way. And capitalism, since it's our system, runs by competition. They say it all the time. So if you want to have a business that's competing, then you need to compete, not change the laws so that you can keep making money. It's not the way this works. Not the way the system works. And because, I mean, Brent's saying that, you know, the reason that we have all this is because you need to keep TurboTax employed. Think of all those employees who'd lose their jobs if you didn't have laws that made it so that you had to do extra work all the time. We've got laws that make you do extra work so that TurboTax can get paid. You know, it's like, okay. But if we made it a law, like outright, that you were required to have like 6 streaming services and pay $50 a piece for them, people would be outraged. You know, they'd be totally outraged.
I mean, right now,
right? And it's just weird because it's like, yeah. And if they
like
send you a note that
most
says,
European countries already do that.
yeah, I mean, like, and if they sent a note that says you owe like $1 billion and you're like, I don't owe $1 billion, then you can protest it at that point in time. Then you do the audit, you know. But this whole thing of keeping them employed so that they can have, so that, because I mean, think of the TurboTax employees, is ridiculous. It is entirely designed, it's a system designed to keep people employed by law. And interestingly, tends to be created by the same people who are complaining about the fact that laws are being made to make money and shouldn't be done that way. Government intervention and all. You know? And I'm like, okay, but you guys also were the same folks who wanted this crap. A thing.
Laws for thee, but not for me.
Yep. right? I was having this discussion today with a buddy of mine online because he was talking about cancel culture. He was talking about how cancel culture is, I don't remember how it was, but it was, cancel culture. Effectively, it was cancel culture needs to stop. And I'm like, you're never going to get cancel culture to stop, because cancel culture is vigilanteism. And that's a response to feeling that the system no longer does the job that it's supposed to do. For example, because he brought up, well, I think Mary Shelley would have something to say about that, because he was saying it was mob mentality. And I'm like, it's not mob mentality per se. I mean, it is, but not in the literal sense, because what's really happening is people usually are okay as long as fairness happens. But as soon as perceived fairness stops happening, people get very mad, and they ask their authorities to fix the unfairness. And if the authorities don't, then they take matters into their own hands. I mean, we see it over and over and over again. Racism is that way. I mean, the way that the Jews were vilified was, hey, they've got more money than us. Are you poor? You're poor because of the Jews, And that's how they vilified the Jews and got people motivated to kill them. Because, if you're poor, it's because of those Jewish people. They're horrible people, yada, yada, yada. And it's like, oh. And it's because they vilified them. But it's how we do racism all the time. Asians get it a lot because, Asians are always perceived in media as super smart and always doing all of these things and getting all of the benefits. And it's like the opposite of the way that we vilify the Black people and Black cultures. It's fascinating to me the way they do these things. I don't like it, but it's fascinating. But yeah, it's just vigilanteism. No. I have to put the thing up.
Oh, no.
It was only one click, but I don't usually make mistakes like this, so I have to put it up for the one click. Because I don't often, I'm so paranoid now about making mistakes on the opposite layers that I don't tend to make that error.
All right, I prepared myself. Put it up.
I'm sorry, what?
I prepared myself. Put it up.
Uh-oh. You ready? There we go. Okay. I just love that we have that thing. It's great.
Wait, where is it?
I already put it up.
I didn't see it.
Are you looking at our screen?
Yeah.
It was like right here. See?
It's not coming up.
Are we frozen or something?
No, like, I'm good. I can see
You see me
moving.
moving too?
Yeah.
That's weird.
Uh-oh.
Did Brent see it? That's the important part. That's right, Brent. You were the one that found it for us. Okay. Brent saw it. I don't know why you didn't see it. That's weird. Uh-oh. We lost him completely. I think he just realized he seized up. He'll be back in a sec. Okay, why are we in Japanese mode again? That's so weird. There we go.
Maybe it was just me.
Might have been.
All right, try it now. Put it up again.
Wait, let's see if it works again. There we go. Can you see it now?
Okay, there it is.
There it is.
Ooh.
We feel better now.
I feel way better.
While we're at it, if anybody wants to buy my comics, because that's also a thing I can put up here. Also, we haven't tested this system all the way through. So, if you have emailed me, let me know here in the what's it, just to make sure. I'm not 100% sure that the system works totally, but we've got most of the things worked out.
Just kidding, I didn't know.
So. So, definitely said that this should be centered. Definitely is not centered.
Yo, that the Bladetrix Rising email thing is still up.
The what? Oh, yeah, it is. Thank you for telling me that. Oh, I know why. Because I just hit enter. So it brought it back up again. Because I had to enter over here.
Oh, damn. Dang.
All right. What do we think? Do we think we're doing good on this one? Is this funny? Let's
Let me
see.
read.
Let me get it. Let me get it to the big side. There we go.
Very apt to our time now.
Right? That's why I wrote it. Is it still funny? Is it still sound good?
No, it's terrifying.
Is it terrifyingly funny?
No, it's just terrifying. Yes, it's funny though.
Okay.
It's definitely a Springs-worthy comedy.
Why, thank you. That's really what I was after. That's what I was after. So long as it's worthy of Springs, then alrighty, we need to do shadows real quick. And highlights. And we will be out of here on this one. You did so good there. Comic strips have a job. Even Stephen Pastis makes this comment all the time about how we're supposed to be doing something. About, sometimes we're just funny so that you're disarmed and you don't think about it. And sometimes we try to hit it on the head. It's part of what we do.
Is much stuff moving on the screen?
Do what?
Much stuff moving?
Nope, you're still moving.
Okay, good. Because my screen sharing is on the left side. It looks like it's stuck in thing.
Mm-hmm. Also, this is not something you need to fix or anything you need to do, but your audio, because of the nature of your audio, it's hard for me to sometimes hear you. So if I say, what did you say or whatever, I apologize ahead of time.
Well, my mic is all the way across the room.
That's probably why. But it's the echo in the room hits my auditory processing issues pretty hard. So it's not something you need to fix necessarily. Just so you know that's why I go, what? What'd you say? I feel kind of like an old guy. I am an old guy. Ah, no.
Oh no.
Ah, no. I get a lot of people who say, I don't like this because I'm in this picture.
What?
There used to be an error or a report you could make to Facebook or something that said, I don't like this because I'm in this picture. They took it away, but it's become now a counter meme. So you write, in the text file underneath, or in the chat underneath it, you write, quote, I don't like this because I'm in the picture. And what it means is that's me. You know what I mean? Like, you've gotten uncomfortably close to real in my world here. Doing pretty good about myself today. Doing pretty good on springs. Not a bad comic going on here. Better save it.
Make sure you're on the right layer. Make sure you're on the right layer.
Yeah, right. Make sure I'm on the correct layer. I've said this all. Yeah, this is a good day to be an artist for me. I'm really good artist today. Save on. Feel like I have accomplished all of the tasks, which always makes me feel good. And I owe Brent a debt of gratitude for that, because he's the one who keeps me on task. I really appreciate it. But the fact that we are on target for all of our existing targets is great to me. Especially since I'm not notorious for completing targets. What? Oh, no, you just keep me on task, Brent. That's all. I'm just saying I appreciate you keeping me on task, man. Because today I feel really good because a lot of the things that I needed to do have been rolling out. And so we've got a good Springs comic going today. We've got Silver Pentacle is rolling out, and you know it's all my work, but you've been keeping me on task, and I just wanted you to know I appreciate it. That's all. Hang on, guys. All right. My eyes are playing tricks on me.
Well, I need a bio break. I'll be right back.
Okay.
I haven't turned.
You have the secret to the air shield?
Right.
No. Now we need to put the thing on the screen. The story. I need to fix a thing. Got a little too overzealous with my panel work here.
You see that's a balmy 4 degrees outside?
Yeah. Yuck. Yeah, minus 17 Celsius. Yep. That's pretty brutal. A little too aggro there.
Excuse me.
So last night, I told you. Did I tell you last night that or yesterday, we were playing games at Advantage, and I bought their last pack of Kamigawa Draft,
Okay.
and in it, I got another mech hanger,
That's good.
so that I can put it in my robots and whatever thing. My robots deck. So I was so excited about that.
Okay.
So I got a robots deck now that features Transformers. So
Okay.
it's like weirdly rainbow colored. So mech hangers are very useful in both ways because they not only do they help the artifact creatures, but they also are good for being multicolor.
All right. Nice. Nice.
Yeah, it's just a fun thing. Because we have not had enough cat butt. Is that what's going on here?
My God, it's George again.
See, it's you. It's you. Totally you. Because you're a pest. And you're close enough for me to take a picture all the time. Yep, more cat butt time. He just wants more snuggles. I'm okay with that. I will snuggle the cat, as is required by law.
I have no pet, so I can't color.
There are important local rules that are very, very critical. Hey, you know what I noticed? I'm noticing that my signature is not working correctly. It's fine. We can fix that. Look, here's the problem. I love you, but you literally walk in front of my face. I cannot see what I'm doing. As all good cats, you are doing exactly what cats should be doing, and I understand that. However, you're also making this very, very difficult. Suppose I stare at you. Then what? What if I pull off one of your antenna? Then what you gonna do, huh? How lucky you be then? I've been watching Mulan recently. I hate to say that Mulan, the Disney Mulan, is the animated one, is a guilty pleasure. And I didn't mind the live action Mulan. I wasn't like thrilled with it, but it wasn't horrible.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah. I don't know if I'd say, you gotta go see it or whatever. But here's the deal. Either you're helping or you're hindering. Yeah, I can't imagine putting a harness on you. Much less putting a like a collar on you. I probably should put a collar on you someday, just in case you ever decide to flee, which I can't imagine you doing. If you ever decided to flee, that's why we would put a collar on you, because then it's called a flea collar.
That one's a bad one.
He licked my nose for it, though.
George doesn't know what he's listening.
Right. George has bad taste. We all know that. He smells like cat food, after all. In fact, we should probably save flea collar for a Springs. That's also Springs worthy.
Unfortunately, I think you're right.
Yep. All right, let's fix these things. I think everything's good and solid in that one, but I don't need to worry about it. All I need to do is turn on a gradient. Decide which gradient we're turning on. Well, you passed. Don't do that. Yeah, you're doing that anyway. Because you're a pest. And I don't want you messing with my watch.
George at it again.
Yeah, well, you know, his feeless obnoxiousness as his, you know, sub-race. He is who he is and will always be. About 10 minutes remaining. Oh boy. All right. Go ahead and save this again. I think we are good to go. I'm getting like messages from all over the company now, like, please finish your paperwork. I'm like, I'm trying. I hate this thing so much. Look at us doing all of the things. And out it goes. Yeah. Comic is now live. I'm actually pretty proud of that one because, like, totally walked into the show this morning and went, I'm going to start working on Airship 27. Oh, crap, it's Monday. I have to make a comic. And so, like, came up with it on the fly. And I totally did it using my random comic generator, which was great. I have a random comic generator that just has all of the tropes from comics. And I just run one and then say, okay, think of a funny joke for this particular trope. And this was Finally Paid Off Auto Insurance was the name of the trope. And so I ran with it, and I think I did a better job because it became, like, prescient. And now it's out on my live page too. Oh. All right. Out it went. Oh, right. And clear that, and I can clear that. Uh-oh. I lost you, man. See, that was what I was saying. Like, you caught me just as I had all of these other things up so I could post it to Facebook.
Oh, that's cool.
So, posted it to Facebook, and I'm like, gosh, David's been unusually quiet. I come back to the screen, you're like, hello? Knock, knock. And I'm like, damn it.
No, I died off again.
Yeah, that's what I mean, is like, it dropped you. It's picking, it waited until I had all these other things up to do that. I'm noticing. All right. Well, my comic is now out in the wild, which is good. This almost could have been a 2-panel. I'm already getting some response for it. That's good. Getting some traction going there. Traction. Traction. Oh man, I wonder if people like are thinking I'm forwarding some other artist's artwork. Like,
Why?
because it says GS Davis art and it doesn't actually say Guy Davis art, and so wondering if like there are friends in my friends group who are like, "Hey, this guy keeps putting out these comics from this GS Davis art guy." Like,
I'm pretty sure they can draw the lines.
right? And like, I wonder how many, like, especially like my family members and stuff like that, who are like, you know, like my friends. I know you guys all know that that's my professional online name because you've all heard the story, and so you all know what that's about, you know, which cracks me up. So anyway, I was just wondering, like, I wonder how many people are like, all right, well, folks, I think I am OOH because I think we are done. Done with all of the things. Are you done with the things? Did you feel like you did good today?
I don't know. I was good. I was, it just always up in the air.
Yeah, I mean, you got lots of kind of scary things going there. I like these.
I like being scared.
I don't know. You're picking tropes that are scary. So,
That's good.
yeah, if that's what your target is, then I got nothing on that. There's nothing wrong with it. I like it.
Thanks, bud.
Yeah, no problem. I mean, like, legit, it's not, just because you're using scary tropes doesn't mean that it's bad. I mean, that's just kind of cool. But yeah, I like what you're doing. This is a neat evolution you've gone to.
As I do.
So, alrighty. Well, Brent's been here for a while, and we did have, I think we've really just pretty much had Brent today. And like Bob's been out for the day, and haven't seen Donald. Or, we're probably not going to see Cayen for a little while because it's freaking cold. And so he usually bands and huddles, whenever it gets really cold. So, hoping he's okay out there in his little camper. So, anyway, I will be back on tonight. We'll be back on with Geek Tank at 9 o'clock and then back on the show at 10. So, I probably should warn you, Dave, warn you a little bit about that, David, because of course Geek Tank is from 9 to 10. And so I make the transition really tightly at 9 to 10. So it's, if you're doing it's 9:59, you're like, are you going to do your show? Don't worry. I will. Although this is the first Monday that I've had since I did the new opening with the 5-minute lead. I might actually fire off that 5-minute lead early and let it roll. And then you can get in, everybody can get in, and we can join, get ready to go, and get all prepped. And then by the time I roll out of Geek Tank, I'll just switch over. Because Geek Tank I usually do on my Chrome extension, and Restream I do on Firefox. So,
all right.
Coolio, guys. I will see you all tonight. And as always, keep your eyes on the stars.
Bye.